So, are you getting married and moving in with your partner, or perhaps you are dating and thinking of taking your relationship to the next level? Well, we have gathered some key questions that you want to ask your partner before you move in together. And this is really important so that you can get clear on your life goals, your financial goals, and other things. Hey everyone, my name is Bola Shokumbi. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance. I'm also the author of the Clever Girl Finance book series and the new book, Choosing to Prosper. Welcome to Clever Girl Finance TV. So if you're in a relationship, how have you and your partner navigated moving in together? If you have married or chosen to live together, I would love to know. Share in the comments below. But in today's video, we're going to go over 10 key questions you want to ask your partner if you have both gone to the point where you're considering moving in together. Question number 1, where do you see us in the future? So a lot of times when people are moving in together, the assumption is that it's leading up to marriage. But this is a huge assumption to make. And so you really want to get clear that you and your partner are on the same page when you are thinking about moving in together. Where is it leading to? Is one of you just thinking that you're simply moving in together to save on costs? Or is one person really planning towards an engagement and marriage? This is a really important question to ask so that you are clear when you move in together. Number 2, what are your expectations about having children? Again, sometimes when couples are moving in together, there's this assumption that we're going to get married and have children, where the other partner might have a different idea. So you really want to get clear and make sure you guys are on the same page when it comes to having kids. And if you want to wait until you are married before you have children, that is something you also want to express before you make the decision to move in together. Number 3, how will we handle conflict? This is, a question that it can be difficult to answer because a lot of times conflict is handled in the moment, right? And from the learnings that you have gained from experiences. However, it is an important question to ask because when you move in together, you are 100% guaranteed to have disagreements, arguments, fights, etc. And so it's really important that you guys set a baseline on how you choose to handle conflicts and how you choose to resolve your conflicts so that when those conflicts do happen, you can keep what you committed to as to how you plan to resolve them at the back of your mind. Number 4, and this is a big one, how will we manage our finances? This is incredibly important when you're taking your relationship to the next level and you're moving in together. So how are you going to split the rent or the mortgage? How are you going to pay for the household bills like utilities and groceries? Who is going to be responsible for what? Are you going to split things evenly despite your income? Or if you guys have different incomes, are you going to split it on a percentage basis based on what each person is earning? You really want to get clear on how you're going to manage the finances. You also want to talk about your joint goals. Do you plan to buy a home together? How much do you need to save for a down payment? Do you plan to create a retirement savings plan to live in a certain city somewhere in the future? What is that plan going to be? You guys certainly want to have this conversation about how you're going to manage your finances. Very, very important before you move in together. One thing to keep in mind is that legally you have more protections if you are married when you move in together. So you definitely want to be aware of this, especially when it comes to financial matters. Number 5, you want to ask, how would you describe your spending habits? So is one person a spender? Is one person a saver? Are you both spenders? Are you both savers? It's a good idea to have an idea of your partner's spending habits and that you share your spending habits with them so that they're not surprised when they see you not wanting to spend or they see you spending. And you also want to keep it in mind as you lay out your goals. One way to navigate, having 2 spenders or 1 spender is to create a joint budget where you designate specific amount of money to key things that you have to pay for, and then you plan your spending around that. If you're enjoying this video so far, I would love for you to hit the like button below and share your thoughts about questions that you would like to ask your partner or have asked your partner when you were thinking about moving in together. Please stop by Clever Girl Finance as well. Check out our free courses. We have over 30 plus free courses to help you on your journey to financial wellness, and we update our blog every single day. Okay, let's get back to these questions. Number 6, you want to ask your partner, how do you feel about debt? So most people are going to be coming into a relationship, moving in together with some type of debt. You might have student loans, credit cards, other kinds of personal medical debts. There's a variety of different debt that someone could be bringing into a relationship. And you really want to get an understanding from each other on what your thoughts are around debts. Are you both in agreement when it comes to pursuing an accelerated debt repayment plan? Are you willing to sacrifice or delay certain things so that you can pay off your debt as quickly as possible? Or does one person have a completely different idea about debt and is just not interested in pursuing a debt repayment plan? These are all conversations you need to have and really be clear on, and make sure that you understand their thoughts on debt before you move in together. It's also important to understand their thoughts on taking on new debt, right? And how it might impact your financial goals. This is stuff that you certainly want to discuss. And number 7, what are your financial goals? What are the things that each of you wants to accomplish over the next several years in terms of the type of retirement you want to have, where you want to live, buying a home, your career, your business? What are your financial goals in terms of earnings and investments? All of these are all things that you want to talk about so that you guys can lay out your plan, your joint plan, and even your individual plans to pursue these financial goals. The key here is having the support from your partner as you work on your goals, but then you have to be on the same page in order to support each other. Number 8, where will we live, right? So are you going to move into their place? Are they going to move into your place? Are you going to find a new place? Where is this place going to be in proximity to your family, to your jobs? What is the commute going to be like? How much is it going to cost? What is your budget when it comes to splitting rent or splitting a mortgage? You want to make sure you're clear on where you're going to live, because the last thing you want is for you both to move in together and then one person is unhappy because they didn't want to move to this place, or it's costing them too much money, and etc. Number 9, how will we manage household chores? So this is a big one, and this is another one that leads to a lot of conflict and disagreement. So it's worth having this conversation. Who is going to take out the trash? How are we going to divvy up a cleaning? Are we going to hire a cleaning person to come in and help us? How are you going to divvy up those household chores so that you don't start to get angry or feel resentment if one person is tidy or untidy? Who's going to do laundry, etc. So have this conversation, even if it's a light conversation, so you get a sense of who does what, and you can minimize the disagreements. And number 10, what happens if this doesn't work out? This sounds like a negative question to ask, but if you are moving in together with someone, it is a worthwhile question to ask. What happens if things don't work out, right? If you have to move out, who keeps what? Who owns what? And again, if you're not married, as I mentioned, you have fewer legal protections. So you really want to have a sense of what happens if things do not work out. This may not be a comfortable conversation to have, but you also want to make sure that you have a breakup fund that you put aside where if things don't work out, you are not left at a loss. You are not facing financial struggle because you were splitting bills and all of a sudden you're responsible for all the bills. So you want to keep this in mind. Nobody steps into a relationship with the ultimate goal of it not working out and, we're going to break up. And so I get it, but you still want to have this plan and sense of awareness that you need to have a plan if things don't work out. With all of that said, here is a 3-step checklist for moving in together. Number 1, do some self-reflection. When you ask your partner these questions, you may have gotten some answers that you just don't like. Are you comfortable moving forward? Number 2, as mentioned earlier, build a breakup fund. There is no better way to protect yourself than to be prepared. And number 3, go through all of your stuff. When you're moving in together with someone, there are chances that you may have things that you don't need to take with you. You may have things that are duplicates and things that you can downsize and even sell for extra cash. At the end of the day, and most importantly, it's very important that you guys are clear on your goals, your financial goals, your career goals, your life goals as you merge your lives and move in together. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. I would love to hear your thoughts on this topic. Leave your comments below and be sure to stop by Clever Girl Finance, subscribe to this channel, tell your best girlfriends about Clever Girl Finance, and check out our free courses. We have over 30 plus completely free courses on clevergirlfinance.com, and our blog gets updated every single day. Okay, I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.